You see the DraftKings logo. That means this show today is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, only the top rated sportsbooking app in all of North America. We talking about them being safe, secure, and most important, reliable. And on top of that, man, we also know that we got promo codes. Shout out to the promo code. It is MOATS. For the new customers out there, you download that app. First bet of $5, you'll receive $150 in your bonus bets. It is a dope, pretty cool concept, man, and obviously could add for a little bit more excitement on game days as well. But we also know that at times you can get lost in the sauce. You might develop a gambling problem. If you do and you're in New York, you see the number that you can text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER.
Donovan Beck will hop. I don't like how they use JP. Let him live or die on that island. Most of the time he wins those matchups. In my opinion, he plays better doing that.
Yes, but you also have to think from a overall schematic standpoint, man. If you just bastardize your defense, your coverage, and just say JPJ, your man every single time, that has a ripple effect on all 10 other players. Sometimes it's going to be a positive, sometimes it's going to be a negative, but it's just you create more with that. That's why you don't see a ton of teams do that, even when they got the elite of the elite guys. It's like, yo, they'll still treat it where, yeah, I'd still want to be able to still do certain things zone-wise, blitz-wise, schematic-wise, from a disguise standpoint as well. And even when you go back into that matchup, man, versus 80% of these other receivers in this NFL, man, that jam that JP put on AJ on every single time he caught the ball, man, them dudes is, they whole rhythm and timing is off. It's just AJ Brown is a heck of a dude. That's why AJ is who AJ is, though. It's a lot of corners, man, in this world that would look just like that, probably a lot worse than that, man, versus AJ. And that's why AJ's $100 million dude, man. But but that's the thing here in Pittsburgh, though, man. They're not gonna do a ton of that. Just, yo, JP, you just stay man the whole time, man. It is what it is. We don't care inside, outside. Like, they don't want to put that much stress on the rest of the guys on that defense right now.
Greg Yeager says JP got cooked by the matchup we hyped up.
Who hyped the matchup up, though? I mean, if you
AJ Brown versus JPJ is a big matchup. That is one you're hyping up.
So let me rephrase it there. From my perspective, I'm not surprised by what transpired on Sunday. Maybe that's just me there. So, Greg, maybe you could explain how you felt about the matchup prior to it. And, Deke, obviously, you might relate to him a little bit better, so you might, you know what I mean? How'd you feel about it? You thought that JPJ was going to lock up A.J. Brown?
I didn't think Jalen Hurts was going to play as good as he did.
I get that part, but did you think that JPJ was going to lock up A.J. Brown?
I thought he was going to have good coverage on him. The catches that A.J. Brown did have on JPJ, I thought it was pretty good coverage. It was just A.J. Brown being A.J. Brown and being a really good physical receiver. Mm-hmm. From my recollection, at least. I don't think there was one where JP got like torched and there was some big separation. I think Jalen Hurts put the ball exactly where he needed to, and A.J. Brown made a play. It's just one of those that...
And he dropped the pick.
I think you could live with, and then
he dropped the pick. If he catches the pick, we're not even talking about him like that on top of it. Everything could still be the same statistic-wise for A.J. Brown if JPJ simply catches that pick that was in the red zone that he dropped. It's a whole other conversation in here. But we supposed to be under this feeling that, yo, he was torched, it was bad, it was god all because of AJ, man. He had 100+ yards. It's like, yo, like I hear the cover, but I feel like I got the sticking point, man.
I didn't think JP necessarily had a bad game. We didn't have an answer for AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, and Jalen Hurts playing the way that he did.
I was gonna say I can see if we run it like post corners, post vert. My man's winning on slants, and you look at the slant, he's getting jammed the heck up, and instead of him falling, it's just all right. He's able to come back, catch it, and now it's like, yo, keep tackling, but not. So like I said, I feel like I'm missing something, man, but it could just be me. Shout out to Otto, man. Shout out to Greg, man. I like this, man. I like it a lot.
All right, that was the last of the Super Chats.
All righty. Y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, man. We will spark it off, man. Going back to Coach T.
Well, he follows up real quick.
Yeah.
All week we said we drafted JPJ for a physical type of receiver. I did think it was a great matchup for JPJ.
Greg, did you not watch it, though? That's what I want to know. You said all week we talked about drafting JPJ physical receivers. Check. So, which rep was JPJ not physical at the point of ball coming off, reroute at line of scrimmage? Show me the play, because I can pull up at least 5 where I know for a fact he put both hands on that man, rerouted him, and AJ literally gets his balance back and is catching it. So if you can explain that part to me, I would agree with you, baby. I'm just trying to see where he did not have that physicality. And yeah, they both had 100 yards, and I'm with you on that. I love the fact that you got the stats, man. That's dope. But as a whole, tell me where he was not physical with what we drafted him to be physical with, is all I'm saying. Because you talk about it as if, like we said, he wasn't doing anything. Like, he was just getting torched from start to finish. Where was JPJ? Where was JPJ? And I don't really agree with that, unfortunately. That's all. I mean, I get it. The ideology is, you draft the quarter, he's supposed to be locked down. You don't even look to that side of the field anymore. Man, you show me the guy that's doing that, great. Where's that guy at? Not in Pittsburgh, just league-wide. Show me that guy. Where it's like, it don't matter who you put over there that's locked up. You don't even look that way. Who is that guy? There isn't one of them dudes. So that's what I'm trying to figure out is, like, what is your overall expectation of JPJ? What do you deem as good performance or not? So that we can get the same perspective on it. Because I feel like right now, you're looking from here, I'm looking from here. This is like, we ain't really seeing eye to eye on any of that stuff, man. And we can't say Pat Surtain. You saw what GP did to him. You can't say Saucy then got cooked a couple of times as well. You remember how TG talked about that just last week. So name that guy that we are going to say league-wide, Deke. Where's the Deion Sanders? Where are the Darrell Reeves? Who's that guy? Where it's just like, above reproach, you're not even looking there. That guy does not exist right now. Oh, and it was A.J. Brown. Tell me the guy that's doing that versus A.J. Brown on top of that, man. But we could call it an excuse, or we can call it reality. We can lie to ourselves, or we could be telling ourselves the truth, man. That's all.
Donovan Bickelhop says people forget A.J. Brown is a dude.
Yeah. Big time dude. Yeah. But I get it, man. I get it. A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, the fact that they had 100 receiving yards is a tragedy. Like, yeah, I'm with it, man.
I like this comment. I think Darnell Clem explains it pretty good, at least from my standpoint. JPJ didn't play terrible, in my opinion, but he lost the matchup for sure. All week, though, y'all was saying how y'all like JPJ over A.J. Brown.
Not we.
I definitely like the matchup for JPJ, given that
he matches
A.J.
up
Brown
well with a big physical receiver,
speedy route running type of guy.
Yeah.
He's done good against receivers like that in the past.
Yeah, but y'all acting like A.J. Brown.
And right, he didn't. I don't think he played bad
like,
against A.J. Brown. It's just A.J. Brown made more plays. He beat him in the matchup. Yeah, for sure. The results are the results.
I'm just trying to figure out. This is where I could just be completely off. Who do we perceive to be the better player at their position, just league-wide? Do we view JPJ as a better cornerback than we view A.J. Brown as a better wide receiver, NFL-wise? Because the way that comment section, and even you sometimes like have referenced it today, it's like it is coming off like y'all view JPJ as a better cornerback than A.J. Brown as a receiver. And if that is the case, then I think everything makes perfect sense in terms of why I'm all the way off with everybody.
Oh, A.J. Brown's definitely more proven. We would like to think JPJ is in that type of class as a corner as A.J. Brown, but he's not completely there yet, as we've been seeing this year. It's one of those. It's like, let's see this is a big test.
Oh, okay, because I'm just like, I'm big time team JPJ, but bro, this A.J. Brown we talking about, it ain't, I guess to me.
Well, it goes back to Jalen Hurts playing the best he's probably played all year.
Like, and that's fair too. We know what he's capable of when he's playing on. We got that. It's just, to me, I don't know. I just view like AJ is like, this is solid. This is proven.
I think there's
this
just
is
so
not
many.
even a debate.
There's so many good receivers
Whereas
in the league right now.
You're growing. You're improving. I want to see, can you match up? We saying so many of these dudes. I don't agree with that though. Is Garrett Wilson a better receiver than AJ Brown? Are you going to say yes to that? To me, it's no, and it's a definitive no. But that's why I just like, I don't know how people view AJ Brown. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe they don't view him as a top tier guy.
Well, again, Jalen Hurts hasn't been playing as good this year and getting AJ Brown the ball, so his numbers aren't the same as what they used to be. So like that, my point is like, there's probably about 20, 25 guys in the league where you could just be rattling them off. Like you and your buddies are talking about top 10 receivers. You could be just naming dudes. Terry McLaurin, Garrett Wilson, Pickett. Like, you know what I mean? You could be talking about all these names
out there, but it's like,
and you could do the same. We just did the same exercise with JPJ, and we're talking about him being like top 10, top 15. And AJ Brown's, he's definitely in the top 10 conversation.
That's fair.
So I think that's where people are.
I just think the JPJ part is still more.
Yeah, it's not as proven.
It's more speculative.
It's not as
more
proven,
like
but
we're
we know the talent.
Whereas AJ Brown is more, we're speaking from what we've already seen, and now is he doing enough to hold off the up and coming guys? Whereas JPJ is still the up and coming guy. He's the guy still trying to prove that he can be the Pro Bowl. He can be the All Pro.
No, I agree with that.
We know what AJ Brown is. He's already proven he's a Pro Bowl. He's already proven he could be an All Pro. That's my whole thing. Like, I get the youth part. I get the timing of it. I get, man, JPJ fresher, younger, and all that. But it's like, it's AJ.
And that's the thing. With all that being said, I mean, we
JPJ,
probably are considering
JPJ
a top 15, top 10 type of corner.
That's why I was like, but baby, I
think there are just more proven receivers in this. Whatever, maybe it's because the NFL has slanted so much more towards offense, but it seems like there's a ton of really good receivers that you could be putting in that top 10, 15 conversation. Then whenever you compare them to a cornerback that's in the top 10, top 15, you were like, oh man, I would say that receiver's probably more proven. I feel better about the receiver in that matchup.
Respect.
Maybe that's where it is. Everything's just more weighted towards the offense and receivers these days.
Respect. Yeah, we went to a whole little everything, man. I like it though, because it's like this mix of we feel like JPJ is nice. Greg kind of feel like JPJ ain't nice. I kind of feel like AJ Brown is nice. Everybody else kind of feel like he's like kind of nice.
Yeah, I think AJ Brown up to this point is better at his position than JPJ is at his, to put it simply. Yeah. At this point, and I think I would have said that going in. I think I would have said if this was the conversation.
Like, I just felt like if the roles were reversed,
but I still like the matchup for JPJ.
I just feel like if AJ Brown wore a black and gold jersey and JPJ wore the Eagles jersey, I don't think this convo. I don't feel like the lead up. I don't think any of this energy is like how it is. But because the roles are reversed, we got to do the whole like, yo, he's with us, so that's that. And it's like, yo, you know what that is right there, man. And if that was here, we know how we talk about GP, and GP hasn't even been on the AJ Brown spot yet. He's close. He's flirting with it, but he ain't even done that yet. And we all look at GP and fancy him better than JPJ.
I may be wrong, but I would like to think I'd be saying the same thing, and that AJ Brown, you like him in the matchup, but I also think this type of matchup he's going up against like a JPJ. Like it's going to be interesting because JPJ is more of a physical corner, but
got long arms. But
if Jalen Hurts can get him the ball, then I would like AJ Brown's chances, which is what happened, and that's why like going into this, I was saying from like the JPJ perspective, our perspective, Steelers perspective, like okay, obviously AJ Brown is really good, and that's what Hurts
was the one that
I highlighted it whenever we talked about the ways the Eagles could have the edge over us, and one of it was they have a healthier receiver. They have the more prolific receiver, the more prolific weapons on offense. But Jalen Hurts ain't playing like Jalen Hurts is supposed to.
And up until that point, Russ was playing better than Hurts, man.
Yeah, you got a JPJ who's a good physical corner that does well against bigger receivers. You know what? This is a good chance for us to neutralize an AJ Brown. But Jalen Hurts balled out, and AJ Brown is just AJ Brown. Still. I mean, obviously
he gonna catch
one
his
of the best in
slants.
the
He
league.
gonna make it where you got to tackle this man, and we're gonna get it how we get it.